You're watching the Sporting Time Show with host Doug Thompson. Sponsored by Jewelry Barn and Pawn Shop.
Good evening and welcome to the Sporting Time Show. I am Doug Thompson. We have got an all Greenwood Lady Gator softball show tonight. So sit back and get ready to hear from Coach Proctor, and there are three seniors on the Greenwood Lady Gators team, and I want to bring on Coach Proctor now and Josie Morrison. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having us.
So it's good to see you. I haven't seen you since Media Day, and you've done okay. I mean, you've done 22-3. That's pretty good.
Yeah, she's doing okay. I mean, she's hit a few home runs this season, you know. So.
Well, I mean, 568, Josie. I mean, what? Is the ball slowing down right before you get ready to hit it, or what's going on? I mean, you were seeing...
They throw her a beach ball. Have you not seen? They throw her a beach ball when she's up.
That's amazing. And we were talking before the show, and she said that she has surpassed all her records from last year. So what is it about this year that is so different?
I think I had surgery on my labrum over the summer, and I think just being so bored and not being able to do anything, I was able to be like, this next season's going to be like nothing that's ever compared. Like I just had a really good feeling, and I really clung to my faith during all of that, and because of my faith, like God is just able to bless me this entire season. Well,
I mean, you have been blessed. You definitely are killing it, and you know, the other two seniors as well, as we will get to in the show, are not far behind. Your three seniors are the top three hitters on your squad. So how much fun are you having this season?
That's what we were talking about the other night. It is so much fun when you're winning and when you're hitting the ball well. I mean, it's just been an exciting season, and I've got two other seniors that aren't here today, and they're contributing as well. I mean, Mallory Jones, Lily Travis, they're farther down in the lineup, but they've definitely been able to turn us over and get us back to the top to those three. I mean, between all nine, they've all contributed, and it's just a lot of fun.
Well, and you know, for our viewers that don't know, you were at South Warren for, I think, a couple of seasons. Is that right? And your high school career was played at Greenwood High School.
And then South. I was split. I was between the two.
But you were there during the championship.
Yes.
So you got to see and be a part of that.
Right.
So you've been associated with two unbelievable programs. Does it kind of feel a little bit like 2007 and 8 with the team that you have this year?
Especially now, since the other night, I knew she remembered it, talking about her goals last season after she hit a lot of home runs. She asked me, she's like, what is the single season record? And I told her what it was, and I'd kind of forgotten since then. I knew it was around 12 or 13, but of course she remembered the number exactly because she was going to beat it. And it was Lindsey Green who originally set that single season record, who was on the 2007-8 teams. Yeah. So I really started kind of reflecting on that after I sent her that the other night, and I was like, man, some of these kids in this lineup are like kids that were in that lineup. Yeah. I mean, very similar to a Lindsey Green. You don't want to throw to her, you know. The Amanda Waldens, all those girls that came through, it's definitely kind of resembling that in a sense.
But it was, if you remember, the top to bottom in that batting order, there wasn't anybody that couldn't just really stripe the ball. I mean, get after it.
I think this season now in our starting lineup, 7 of our 9 have hit home runs and multiple for a few. And that's exactly how it was back in the 07-08 teams. I mean, I remember Catherine actually was pitching at Bowling Green at that time as a middle schooler against those those girls, and that's what she said. She was like, I was scared to death. You know, 1 through 9, they could knock my face off.
Yeah, it's amazing, and of course, right now you're battling with South Warren. South Warren, 21-2. Is it kind of strange for you being kind of a part of that program too, not only as a player but as a coach, and now this program? We got about 45 seconds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I hate it. I mean, some of those girls there, obviously I coached when I was there, and so I want them to be successful because I care about them. But when I'm playing them, you know, it's
Right.
the opposite, and I kind of have to put those feelings aside because I want to win, and these girls have put in the work, and we're definitely capable of beating them, but they're just as capable, obviously, of beating us.
Well, as we talked about on Media Day, this was going to be an exciting year for softball, and it really is. I mean, we've got teams that on any given night can win, and of course, with district just around the corner, it's going to be very exciting. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more with Coach Taylor Proctor and Josie Morrison right here on the Sporting Time Show, WNKY NBC 40. Welcome back to the show. We're talking Lady Gator softball. Coach Taylor Proctor is my guest, and also Josie Morrison as well. Welcome back. Coach, we talked a little bit about having fun this season. What is it like to coach this group of girls?
Oh, geez. That's an everyday experience, let me tell you. No, it's been a lot of fun. What I'll say about this group is they all want to be there. They are all in. I can tell they're kind of getting in the mindset of realizing that we have potential to make a run. If we can make it out of the 4th region, we're capable of competing with any team in the state. And so it's a lot of fun kind of seeing them start to realize just how good they are.
Well, you know, it's kind of surreal when you say get out of the 4th region when your record is 22-3 or 23-3, and then you got South sitting at 2 losses on the season, because you are such a good team, and South is a good team, and Warren East and Bowling Green has really come on this year. Isn't it crazy when you think about how good this district is and this region is?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I said, get out of this region, get out of this district. I mean, that's got to be the first step, because Warren East, Bowling Green, I mean, they're definitely competitive teams and could beat us on any given night. Same, obviously, South Warren's having a great season, but between all 3 of those, I mean, it's a war to get out of the 14th district, and then you know you'll probably see one of them again in the region championship. That's how it's been for several years now.
Josie, when you started this season, did you anticipate that it was going to be as good as it has been for this team?
I knew that we were able to go as far and do as well because we all are like very good by ourselves and in our own abilities. But when we're all going together and we're all hitting well together, once one of us hits good, the rest of us just falls right after.
So you went down to I guess Huntsville, Alabama, and played in a tournament pretty close to the beginning of the season. What was that like for you as a player and coach? The strategy of doing that. What was that? What was the thought process? Is it just playing better teams or different teams? And I'll go to you first, Josie.
It was a lot of fun. I had never played in like a tournament far away with this team, and just like waking up and seeing all of us like start in the morning, or like we had school one morning and then came and drove all the way to Huntsville and played that afternoon. And it was super fun. Like we were all like pumped, and it was excited to see like different pitchers because we usually face the same teams because we have to play region and district teams. So it was good to see other teams and see that we can compete with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, you know, Alabama has predominantly some pretty good softball. And so my goal was to take us down there, see some teams, like she said, some pitching that we wouldn't typically see, and just kind of see where we stand and match up against those other states, essentially. And when we got down there, it was a lot of fun. That tournament had, what, like 30-something teams in it. And they actually play like a tournament format. It's not like here where you go and you play 2 games on a Friday, 2 on a Saturday.
Right.
You get into like a single elimination bracket style tournament. And so you are going to get to see the best team at the tournament. So that was a lot of fun, getting to see where we matched up.
Well, you did great. You only had 1 loss, and that was at the very end of the tournament. So, I mean, it was very successful.
Yeah, we ended up in 3rd place out of 31 or 32 teams.
So, you know, when you do the overnighter and things like that, your job is not done as a coach. I mean, you have to kind of right? Make sure everybody is where they're supposed to be.
Everybody's at the hotel.
Was that
Everybody
exhausting?
gets up and gets breakfast the next morning. Yeah.
Do a head count?
Do a head count. But it's a lot better than doing like a full-blown spring break trip.
Oh, I could imagine.
Yeah, I don't think we could. I don't think I could handle that.
That's amazing.
One night was more than enough.
I bet. Josie, what are your plans after high school?
I will be attending Mount St. Joseph University to play softball and to major in exercise science to pursue occupational therapy.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And again, that is a special calling to do that. Coach, I remember a media day when we were kind of talking to the seniors, and you have an extremely high IQ softball team, but also academically, they're off the charts.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think when we do the Academic All-State Awards, it's like I get a whole notebook full of those papers to hand out because pretty much all of them make it. And that's nice for me, not having to worry about grade checks, people not being eligible. It's something I guess I take for granted is that I never have to be worried with my kids not getting good grades because they do way better than
they get it done. Well,
yeah.
Coach, thank you very much for joining me. Josie, thank you very much. On deck, we have Caitlin Oliver and Allison Smith from the Lady Gators team. More with them right after the break on the Sporting Time Show, WNKY, NBC 40. Welcome back to the show. Well, like I said before, it is all Lady Gators tonight, and I have Allison Smith to my immediate right and Caitlin Oliver over yonder. Welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you.
And you've been able to sit and see Coach and Josie do the first couple segments. How was that? How would you grade them?
I would grade them a 10.
A 10?
Solid 10.
Solid 10.
Yeah.
Is that out of 20 or 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
Okay, good. Okay, well, no running for you two tomorrow. What a great season you two are having as well, the entire team. Josie, you are 1, 2, and 3 in hitting. Success. What is a success as far as you are concerned on how well you are both hitting the ball?
Just producing at the plate every chance we get, like taking it one pitch at a time and building off each other constantly. And that's exactly what we've done this year is build off each other. And for example, if I get a hit, Caitlin will get a hit.
Usually, that's how it works.
Usually.
Well, she said off camera that if you get a hit, she wants to get a hit. So,
Right.
Are you two competitive?
Not really.
Yeah,
We've been playing with each other since we were 6 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
So we just kind of have like a bond already. We're not really like too competitive with each other.
It's like almost
about stuff
like,
that.
oh, we want to do well for each other for the team. Like it's
Right.
a team effort
Right.
at the end of the day. And so if we do good for each other, it goes on for everybody.
So, you two have been playing together since the age of 6,
Yeah.
which is amazing. You're going to be lifelong friends. What about the other girls on the team? Have they also been a part of that 6-year-old deal, or
So I've played with most everybody except we have some younger girls on our starting 9, obviously, so I didn't play with them. But between seniors and juniors, we've all like played together. I want to say since we've been playing middle school ball, me and Allie started in 5th grade, and then majority after started our 6th grade year. So we all have been playing since at least 6th grade. I would say probably between travel ball and school ball.
So Caitlin said Allie. Is Allison too proper? I mean, should I go to Allie? Or,
No.
Because
It's
you know what
that
I
I
did
don't
with the
care.
name during media day. I got chastised for weeks after that. So I know how softball is when you do travel ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is all the time, multiple games, the weekends. Did you ever just think, wow, I need a break?
I actually did one year. I'm not gonna lie. One year I did take a break, but I picked up for teams. I didn't completely just not play, but that was a really long time
Oh,
ago.
I don't get a break. No.
No, I just took, it was a long time ago. And
Really?
I haven't taken a break since, no.
That's a lot. I mean, it
It is a lot, but
Yeah.
it's worth it at the end of the
It
day.
is.
The memories you create, the bonds that you make, it's worth it. in my opinion.
So is there a time in your softball career that both of you kind of remember as really a pinnacle point where you were like, I love this sport and I want to play it in college, because both of you are going to play in college?
Oh, for me, it was when I played. So my 7th grade year playing for Greenwood softball, my sister it was her senior year. So being able to see the type of player that she was and the program that Greenwood was before her, it kind of like carried on over to me and wanted me to follow in her shoes, because she played softball at Austin P. And so just seeing the type of player that she was, the way her leadership skills had the players look up to her, I wanted that same thing. I wanted to fill her shoes in that sense.
Yeah.
I would say I finally, like, when you're young, it's for fun, just to have something to do. Your parents try to get you into a sport. Like, that's just how it was.
True.
But I'd say by the time I turned 10 years old, I started watching college softball, and I was like, that's something, like, I want to go somewhere and get my education, and I want to play at the next level. And since then, I've been extremely determined to do so.
Well, your determination is, really paying off as far as, all the travel ball that you two have played, and then all the high school softball that you have played. I know it's a little bit different, with the travel part of it, but both of you, are on the cusp of really having a great season beyond just district and region. I know there's plenty of softball left for that. But when we come back, we're going to talk more about Greenwood High School softball and about your future plans after high school. I've got tons of questions for both of you. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. More with Caitlin Oliver and Allison Smith right here on the Sporting Time Show on WNKY NBC 40. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Well, two seniors, Caitlin Oliver, are my guest, and Allison Smith. We've been talking a little softball. And of course, I look at the schedule, and we're getting down towards the end, just really a few more weeks left of the regular season. Is that weird for you two to know that your high school careers are coming to an end?
It's crazy, because I was talking to her earlier when Coach Proctor and Josie were on, and I said, how many months ago were we on Media Day?
Yeah.
And it's only been 2 months, but it feels like it was last week.
Oh yeah. It's definitely bittersweet with all of this and coming to a close for sure.
It's weird,
sad.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
The bond that you have, and we've talked about this in any sport, high school student athletes have with their high school coaches. It just seems to be such an important time for student athletes. Do you find that it's, I still keep in touch with my football coach, which is 42 years ago. Do you find that bond is like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like I can go to Coach Proctor or any of my other coaches anytime and any point of my life and ask for advice or ask for a friend, and I know they'll be there at a drop of the hat. So yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah, and it is special, and of course, like I said, you still have a few weeks left of the regular season, and then you have postseason. How much do you two look forward to playing the teams, the rivals in this area? And honestly, Bowling Green has improved exponentially. Warren East is always out there. South Warren, you all know, but what is that like to get up for those games?
It's exciting. It is really exciting because we just know our potential and where we want to be at, and we've worked for the past 6 years getting to this place, and now finally being here and then facing the competition that we're facing, it's really exciting because, there's no better way to go out than with a boom last year.
Yeah, and you guys, both of you know the history of Greenwood softball. For 2 decades it dominated, and you seem to be back to that level, so it's got to be exciting. Now, I don't want to rush your senior season, but both of you are playing at the next level. You've already committed. Allison, you go first. Tell me where you're going to go and if you have a major in mind.
So I'm going to go to the University of Alabama at Birmingham. And right now I'm kind of undecided. I'm on the fence of like several things I want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking nursing because both my parents are nurses, and I just think that field can get me pretty far.
Yeah, that's a field that is much needed
Yeah.
out there right
Yeah.
now.
That's true.
That's great. Congratulations to
Thank
you
you.
on that. And Caitlin, how about you?
I'm going to Dyersburg State. It's in Tennessee, and I'm going to get a degree in predental hygiene.
Everybody is so smart. I mean, that is not easy. Neither of those two professions are easy to get through. I think you got to take some biology and some stuff like that, right?
I mean, we took dual credit, so that should help a little bit.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, I won't tell you how well I did in biology. It was not good. So let's get back to a little softball here. You've got, like I said, 2 weeks left of the regular season. You've got, I'm looking at your schedule. I think you're pretty much done with district, except you have a game with Bowling Green coming up. Is there a particular team, and I know this is a rhetorical question, I know the answer to this, but as seniors, what team do you look forward to most playing?
South.
Yeah.
South, yeah.
So,
Their team is, they're 1 through 9. I would say just like us, is full of just phenomenal ball players. We just go back and forth, it seems like, all the time.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's going to be super exciting. And, of course, Coach Proctor, just talk about her for a second. I mean, she has brought a lot of energy to this program. She's over there. And I know you already gave her a 10, so you're out of the hot water. But we got about 45 seconds left. Just, talk about her for a second.
Coach Proctor is the type of person that if I know I need just like a sense of calm in a game, I can go to her. But usually I don't always have to. But she makes us laugh. I think her character speaks volumes whenever she is able to get us all calmed down and where we need to go.
I think, so I said during me today, we've had a couple coaches through Greenwood. Me and Allison have been through 3.
Wow.
And having Coach Proctor is like, I just feel so much more, it's more fun. Like there's more energy on the team, there's more bond in the teammates. We laugh, we have fun, but when there's time for us to be serious and stop messing around, we know when that time is to go.
We got to run. But you two were fantastic. Thank you, Coach Proctor and Josie, for Doug Thompson and the Sporting Time Show. Have a great week. Same time, same place. Have a fantastic weekend and a great week. Good night.